Sup my awesome mad lads, my name is Dog, and welcome back to another Death Battle prediction and analysis. Today is all about based on time. Now, technically there are a bunch of characters that are literally all about traveling through time, stopping time, slowing down time, or even reversing time. So let's show our contestants on who that might actually be. Starting off with another JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, specifically from part 5. We have got the terrifying Diavolo, the main villain from JoJo part 5. Golden Wind. Now, if you do not know who Diavolo is, technically he is actually the main final boss of JoJo part 5, and he's actually a mafia boss from Italy. He is literally the boss of a criminal gang. No one knows about his identity, no one knows about his appearance, until obviously in the end of the JoJo series, of course. But man, when I tell you that his time powers are literally deadly, you cannot predict what he actually kind of does, but he predicts you. Then our second opponent will be from another LEGO Ninjago villain, actually, which is Acronix from the Hands of Time. Now, technically, the Hands of Time are actually two twin brothers who were once elemental masters of time, but then, actually, after the Serpentine Wars, they thought that due to the fact that they have the power of time, they can literally control everything and anything. And Acronix actually does have the similar abilities of Diavolo, which, by the way, Diavolo has a stand after all called Emperor Crimson. Emperor Crimson is the stand that actually has the ability to not only just obliterate time so that you can actually, slow it down and predict everyone's movements, but he can actually skip time by like just a beat. And no one would even notice. Now, the same thing with Acronix is that, one, he does have that same ability, but it would involve with specific blades, and those are called the Time Blades. The Time Blades are blades that were once actually used to take away the time abilities of both the Hands of Time. Thanks to Garmadon and Wu, they used those two blades created from Kai and Nia's parents. They were actually created by Vengestone, which actually allowed to absorb elemental power of any sort, that including time. However, the Time Blades came back, and that is when the Hands of Time managed to finally use their powers again with the blades. Now, when it comes to Acronix's Time Blades, his one is green, which that power actually allows him to actually accelerate time or skip a beat, just like the same as Diavolo's Emperor Crimson, but also allows him, which is the other Time Blade, the blue one, which actually allows to slow down time. Again, it's literally the exact same thing as Emperor Crimson's. Unfortunately, it actually doesn't give him the ability to actually predict what move he does, because as for Emperor Crimson, that's exactly what he does. It can allow Diavolo to see into the future and actually see what he actually predicts, whether he is going to be successful or not. So pretty straight down, simple, straightforward. I mean, they're both time users, they both can manipulate time with the same time abilities, actually. So nothing too crazy going on there. I mean, it could be possibly evenly matched depending who may actually win. Now, this is where things get a little bit hard, because whether or not I wanted to do a part 2 for this one, because if you add Crux into the battle with his brother Acronix, because Crux has the ability with the remaining 2 Time Blades is that one can have the ability to stop time, and that's the red Time Blade. The yellow Time Blade can actually reverse time. Now, this will probably make things a little bit more harder for Diavolo, because he does not have the power to actually use that kind of time ability. However, if you gave Diavolo a helping hand specifically, maybe you could possibly give him, I don't know, Dio, perhaps, with the world. Then again, Jojo or Kujo can do that, but I feel like stick with the villains. However, on the other hand, you also do have Jono Giovanna, which is technically Dio's son. Not really. Technically, his body literally came out from Jonathan Joestar, so technically Jonathan should be the father. But anyway, enough of that. But if you added also Jono Giovanna into the mix, because he also has the ability to reverse time specifically, and to cancel out a certain actions of anybody else. And Dio can just basically stop time, which could be literally an even match, but it's just basically like, it's a little bit unfair since it's like it's like a 3 against 2, if that makes any sense. Then again, as for the Hands of Time, they can literally actually have the specific serpentine called the Vermilion Warriors, and now these were actually hatched from the Great Devourer back in Ninjago. And these snakes in particular, they are basically an army of snakes literally bunched up together, which actually turn into actual snake warriors. Kind of creepy and gross, but it is pretty cool. And the other thing is, if they have these certain helmets, they actually have the ability to communicate with the Vermilion Warriors telepathically. Yes, I know, this is, yeah, literally the first time that anyone has ever talked about, telepathic communication, which that has never happened ever. Unless if you actually consider like Pokemon, like with the movies, and some of the Pokemon actually do talk, but you get the idea. But yeah, literally nothing much to be able to go with for this one here, but I do feel like it will be an interesting match. If you have Diavolo against Acronix only, I feel like it will be an even match. However, adding having Crux with his brother, and having Diavolo having Dio and Jono, I mean, obviously I feel like that's going to be too much, but because, they don't obviously get along, Jono and Diavolo. Dio would be interesting to have out around him, because Jono will be like, that's his father and everything, which will be weird. But it will even the playing field, but technically it's still uneven due to how many people you have. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's an even match between just Diavolo and Acronix alone? And do you think it's even worth having extra people in this fight in particular? Acronix with Crux, and also Diavolo having Dio and Jono due to, having to have the even amount of time abilities. Let me know that in the comment section below. And thank you guys so much for watching this prediction. This one's probably really short, but it doesn't matter anyway, because I really want to talk about this one. Please like and subscribe to this if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell to never miss a video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and my name is Mad Dog, and lay your days be mad and rad!